Hi everybody, this is Symphonical coming at you with my 18th comic book haul. So, recently, and by recently I mean this past weekend, I attended AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C., where I was lucky enough to run into Longbox Love Affair, and I also believe Rag718 was also there, although I did not have a chance to run into him. Anyway, I will link the information for both of these great YouTube channels in the description. And I know that Longbox has already put out a video of the items and experiences that he had at AwesomeCon. So let's talk a little bit about the con. I've gone to AwesomeCon. This would have been my third year. The first time I went 2 years ago, I went on a Saturday and I brought my son, who was 5 at the time, and it was a mistake. The con is very large, and there are a lot of people, particularly cosplayers, which I have a love-hate relationship with cosplayers. I really can marvel sometimes at their ability to make these costumes, some of the engineering feats that they show, the artistic ability. But yeah, their costumes often are large. They have a tendency to stop in the middle of aisleways to take pictures, a lot of times because other people stop them, and it really just clogs up the entire works of the con. So that's really frustrating to me. So I swore after 2 years ago that I would never go. Fast forward to last year, and it was Father's Day weekend was when AwesomeCon was, so it was a little bit later in the year. And my wife surprised me with tickets for myself, her, and my son, who was, or our son, who was 6 last year. And again, was on a Saturday. Again, we went. The lines were terrible. The people, the just sheer amount of humanity that was there. Yeah, it was a little grating, and I swore I would never go again. And fast forward to Friday of this year, and on a whim, I essentially decided to go into work. My office is not too far from the DC Convention Center, so work for about half a day, and then went over to the con. Let me tell you, Friday, much better day to go. There were a lot less people. B, there were a lot less children and a lot less cosplayers, because I guess again it was a Friday. Although I think most of the schools, including my son's, were on spring break. A lot easier to get around, a lot easier to maneuver without running into people and just being generally annoyed. I mean, I'm not that big of a guy, and yeah, it's frustrating trying to walk around people who are standing in the middle of an aisleway on the phone or taking pictures or whatever. Much better time. So I picked up some books. There was a book that I will show at the end of this video that I actually went back for on Sunday. I went in the middle afternoon, I guess, on Sunday, and there was there were a lot more people than there were on Friday, but it still wasn't too bad. So anyway, let's get into the haul. So this is a mix of books from eBay, from my LCS, from AwesomeCon, and New Comic Book Day books, etc. Anyway, so I picked up a number of Image newsstands. I'm always on the lookout for these for cheap. So we got Brigade number 1. It's the newsstand. Spawn 12, Spawn 22, Spawn 32, and Wetworks number 1. Alright, now moving on to awesome covers and such that I've picked up. So I picked up today on Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. I picked up the Virgin variant. of Saga 50. I don't necessarily think it's a good spec title or anything, and I don't actually read Saga, although I should. But I did like the cover, and I figured, yeah, you know, why not? I wanted to support Brian K. Vaughan. You probably saw this on my mail call video on Monday. I did get the second printing of Dread Underbelly, the one that actually has the Jock cover. While I was at Awesome Con, I got the Capullo headless variant cover for Spawn 185. I got Justice League number 27, the Matina cover. This was for New Comic Book Day. While I was at the con, I got the con variant for Batman 43. On eBay, I picked up Justice League of America. All right. Okay, I'm back. So off of eBay, I picked up the Alex Ross Justice League cover. So the two connecting ones, so 12 and 12. And then I picked up the second print, which is hard to find, and it's the combination of the two. While I was at Awesome Con, I picked up Detective Comics 49, the homage cover. It's by Neil Adams, and it's signed by Neil Adams. And then I picked up the Green Lantern 55 Doug Mankey variant cover, which is a 1 in 25. Really, this is awesome. Love the rings. Alright. Moving on to the Marvel covers. New Comic Day, picked up Amazing Spider-Man 794, the third print variant. Picked up Quasar 14, the Todd McFarlane cover off of eBay. Picked up the Unbelievable Gwenpool 0, the Chris Bacalo variant cover. It's 1 in 25. This kind of goes back to the first appearance of Gwenpool, the cover for... I don't remember which issue it is, but anyway, this is a color swipe. If you saw my mail call video, I picked up all 3 copies of the Weapon H Dale Keown variant covers. I also picked up the Clayton Crane Virgin variant cover for... Honestly, I don't remember which one this is. Probably Amazing 798. I'm sure I'll be corrected in the comments. And then I have a run of J. Scott Campbell books. So I picked up Red Sonja, the J. Scott Campbell cover for 1, 2, and 3. Really think that these are great. I'm not always a big Red Sonja fan, but yeah, I think these Campbell covers are just amazing. I picked up his New Mutants, the J. Scott Campbell cover. This is exclusive for his website. This is the highest printed one. I just got 1 copy of it signed. There you go. While I was at Awesome Con, J. Scott Campbell was there, so I ended up picking up his Back to the Future con variant, also signed. Back to the Future is Back to the Future 2 is my favorite movie of all time. It is not the first movie that I went to see in a theater. That was probably E.T., but this is the first one that I really remember. So anything Back to the Future oriented, I love. And so, moving on to Amazing Spider-Man 606. Picked this up at Awesome Con. And that is it for the covers. Now, we've got 1 or 2 rarity recall issues. First off, this is Uncanny X-Men 423. This is the newsstand variant. It's very hard to find. It's not a recall or anything or an error, but I do have the error that, and I've shown it on the video, where it has the 25 cents there, but the 225 down here. So I just figured I'd show that I picked up the newsstand variant. Then we have X-Men Manifest Destiny limited series. It's 5 of 5. This has been recalled because it contains a content error from X-Men Spider-Man number 3 and the inside of it. Alright, moving on to key titles of sorts. So for New Comic Book Day, I picked up Moon Girl number 29. It's supposed to be really low print run. This is where the Fantastic 3 disbands and Fantastic 4 is reformed. Got this Nova number 8. You might have seen it on the mail call video. Got this from Gills 311, his auction for Cody, the young gentleman that has bone cancer. This is the first appearance of Cosmo and Nowhere, along with I think some other people, and the Adi Gronoff cover. I got Captain America 8 and 9, or Captain America Sentinel of Liberty. This is the story where Sam Wilson takes over as Captain America. Suspect title. Picked up Secret Wars Battle World number 3, the Weapon H prototype. You can see him right there. While I was at AwesomeCon, I had a couple bucks left over. I kind of wanted to leave the con with nothing, so I picked up Darkhawk number 1, the newsstand variant. Also at AwesomeCon, I picked up Gargoyles number 1, newsstand. I picked up Web of Spider-Man 100. This is the Spider-Man Ricochet armor, and possibly, excuse me, during the whole Night Watch couple of issues. Picked up Web of Spider-Man number 125. This is the first appearance of Phil Urich, who's the Goblin Knight, and people think he's like one of the people that speculated to be the Red Goblin. Not sure if he actually is going to be, but anyway, moving on to some more Marvel titles. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man 611, the Scotty Young variant cover. Love this cover. It's really great. Like I said, not a big fan of Scotty Young's baby covers, but when he draws actually adults, I think it's different, really cool. I picked up Deadpool number 44. This is the first crossover between Black Panther and Deadpool, as well as Black Panther number 23, which is a continuation of that. Picked up Captain Marvel number 17, which is the debut of the new Captain Marvel costume. Picked up Warlock number 10. Again, you probably saw this on my mail call video. This is the origin of Thanos and Gamora. Picked up Daredevil number 4, the first appearance of the Purple Man. Picked up Fantastic Four 49. This is the first full appearance of Galactus. The cameo is in 48, which I've shown before. At AwesomeCon, I picked up Iron Fist 14, the first appearance of Sabretooth, and this is one of the big ones that I've wanted for a while. Alright, moving on to some DC titles. So, Green Lanterns number 6, the first appearance of the Phantom Ring. Saw an article on CBSI about the Phantom Ring and the Phantom Lantern. Just figured this was a back issue priced at cover, so I figured why not. Got Metal number 6, The Death of the Drowned. This is from New Comic Book Day. Also picked up the Con variant at AwesomeCon for Metal number 6. Picked up Legends number 3. This is the first team appearance of the Modern Suicide Squad. So this is Black Lightning number 1. This is not a new comic. I've had this for a while, but I brought it to AwesomeCon, and Cress Williams, who is the actor who plays Black Lightning in the CW show, which is actually surprisingly good, and he's a really nice guy. He signed that for me, so there's that. Picked up Batgirl Adventures number 1. I really love that cover. Picked up the Sinister House of Secret Love. Again, this is just one of those ones with an amazing cover, amazing book. Picked up Green Lantern number 16. This is the first appearance of Star Sapphire. Also picked up Green Lantern number 6 at AwesomeCon, the first appearance of Tomar Ray. And people probably have seen this. This is Invincible number 1. This is the main book that I bought from Gills 311, his auction for Cody. I will put his information in the description. This is a great copy of Invincible. It's an upgrade to the copy that I had. I plan to do my own auction for Cody sometime in the near future. And yeah, you'll probably see not this book, but my one, which has got a couple more spine ticks. And last but not least, so like I said, I went to AwesomeCon on Friday, and I was planning on just going on Friday and not going back. I mean, and I saw this book, and if you've seen some of my old videos, I love Bone. Jeff Smith, when I was I started reading in middle school and finished up in graduate school when the series finished. And I have every issue, but I do not have a first printing of Bone #1. I have Thorn, Tales from the Lantern, which is arguably rarer, although I don't think it's worth as much. And I don't know. I've picked up some really big books over the year. I've never pulled the trigger on Bone #1. It was there. I didn't pull the trigger on Friday, and it just really kind of stuck with me over the weekend. And you know, after I got done yesterday with, you know, Easter stuff with the family, I felt like I had to go back and pick it up. It's not a high grade copy, but it is CGC graded. Yeah, here it is. It is a 6.0 Bone #1, the first printing. This book it's on my always want list, and now I have it. I'm thrilled. I had to pay for it, but yeah, it's just I'm just pleased to have it in my collection. So anyway, I actually had a book hiding under Bone #1, so I did get one more book. Should have been in my J. Scott Campbell run, but it wasn't. I picked up Lady Mechanica #1, the J. Scott Campbell variant cover. Yeah, cool book. Should have not been the last book that I showed, but turns out that it is, because I messed up. Anyway, so to hurry up and finish this, I will be quick. AwesomeCon is a really good con. It's not a great con. Baltimore Comic-Con, if you're in the area or you want to go to a con in the DC Baltimore metro area and you can only go to one, go to Baltimore Comic-Con. That's usually around Labor Day weekend, so early September. It's better, but AwesomeCon is really good still, especially if you can deal with the crowds, better than I can deal with the crowds. And yeah, like I said, I will link in the description information for Longbox Love Affair and Rag718. Those are the two people who I know in the YouTube comic community that went to AwesomeCon. Longbox has already done a video, and I will also link Gil's 311 information. And yeah, that's my wife on the phone, so it's time to go. Goodbye.